You gotta show up, man, because DJs like DJs that are becoming successful, that's their jobs. Like you got to go to things like this. You got to go
Word.
do sets at radio stations or whatever. You got
Yeah.
to play gigs. You got to make
Different
edits. You got to do
times,
this.
and
You gotta-
it's like way
studio
more than
sessions.
just fucking playing your favorite
Yeah,
songs.
you know what I'm
type
saying?
shit.
It's not you just go in the club and be like, I'm good, and you go home. Like,
Yeah.
nah, man.
I know, for real.
Yeah.
Just fucking rack up a drink tab and
Yeah,
shit.
you know
and
what I'm saying? You got to go to sessions. You got to go a lot of
Yeah.
stuff. You got to do a lot of stuff, man.
For real.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, we should be good to get started. Welcome, everyone. Welcome to the Beatmatch broadcast. This is the very first interview. Hopefully, you just seen the mix that Nilla Green just threw down.
Yeah.
Nilla is a Tampa-based DJ. He's a music producer. He's an engineer, and I'm very grateful that you came through and rocked out a set with me and let me do this interview with you. Hopefully we can open up the doors for a lot more people in the area, showcase DJs. I feel like there's a lot of people who get on interviews that are artists. And they want to sing, they want to rap, but the DJ still doesn't get as much love. So hopefully this helps showcase you, your talents, more about who you are, and very grateful to have you on, man. So
appreciate that, man.
Yeah.
I'm glad you had me on, and long time coming. I first met you like a couple weeks ago, and you're like, "Let's do it." Like,
I know,
can't do it
right?
that day, but I can do it this day.
I know, for real.
So
yeah, it was like a perfect, it was like meant to be though. Yeah, I was
Yeah,
like, oh
man.
yeah, like yo, damn, you DJ, you produce. Yeah, it was like vibes right away. Yeah,
Appreciate it,
for real.
man.
Yeah,
Thanks.
man. But yeah, we'll get right into it. I got some good questions, but we'll just start off with some basic stuff. So why did you start DJing?
I started DJing because I was making music and like nobody would play it, so I decided I tried to like play my own songs. You know what I
Worse,
mean?
you wanted to play your own music?
Yeah, I wanted
Oh
to play my
wow,
own music. So and then I started getting good at it.
Nice.
And then I would do other people's parties. Like started doing like house parties first,
yeah,
and then I was really good at it, and so I just started upgrading from there. To, like
Nice.
clubs and
That's what's
private
up.
parties and stuff like that.
Yeah, was it like family house parties or friends
It was
or
like friends, most
Yeah?
of my friends. Yeah.
was this like high school time or like
it was
college?
like it was
or?
like right out of high school. So it was like right
Word.
out of high school. He started
Nice.
DJing and for people. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah,
Yeah, like.
that's what's up.
Yeah, I would go to like when you go to those house parties that like people are like, where's the music? And nobody has any music. So I was like,
Right.
I'll do it.
Nice.
And then I just had like a little tiny Numark.
You actually had a controller though.
Yeah,
Oh,
like
nice.
a little tiny
Yeah.
Numark. Yeah,
Hook
yeah.
it
my
into like the
laptop, speaker, whatever.
entertainment system or whatever.
Bluetooth,
Yeah,
whatever they
yeah.
had, yeah. And
That's
just
what's
rock
up.
it.
Yeah, man. That's
So
what's up.
it was fun. It was fun.
Nice.
Those were the
So-
fun times.
So you were just like you've been around music pretty much all your life too, or
Yeah, like I grew up playing the saxophone, so I was in the band in middle school
dope.
and in church choir, singing
Nice.
and stuff.
And you learned how to like read music and all that. Nice.
Yeah. So
Dope.
and my mom, she sang, but she didn't really do it professionally, but she has a wonderful voice. But
Nice.
she never done it professionally.
No,
but,
but she
she's-
just like slays the karaoke's or whatever. Yeah.
She can sing, man. She can
That's
sing.
dope.
So yeah.
Nice, man. Yeah, well, maybe we'll have to record her one
Yeah,
day. Yeah,
right,
like,
like-
get her on something. Yeah, sample something. Yeah.
I know. I told her I was like, I need to sample, like have her sing like a soul record or something like that.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And just
for
sing in
real.
the background or something.
And then chop her up as a sample. Like,
Yeah,
definitely.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that would be dope. So I'm gonna get her in
Super
there.
cool. Yeah,
do
one
something.
day.
Yeah.
Well, where are you at now? Like, what kind of events have you been taking recently?
Yeah, obviously I've been DJing, a lot of like club venues and stuff like that. But I do have my own event this Saturday.
Nice.
It's my listening party. So I have I
Dope.
call it a party, but it's like experience.
Yeah.
Yeah. Man,
Are you
it's gonna be dope.
DJing the listening party, or is
So-
it just like playing music?
So I'm doing like a little bit of both. It's more like a performance.
Yep.
So I have DJs playing before me,
Okay.
and then I have like a 15-minute break, and then my show goes on. So it's
Dope.
like it's more like playing music, but I have songs that I've actually like wrote.
Nice.
So I'm gonna perform those,
Nice.
and I might play like some remixes, some beats.
Like
So-
perform like on the microphone.
Yeah,
you saying?
on the microphone.
Oh,
Yeah,
nice.
yeah,
And
talk,
behind,
like-
so DJing and
DJ.
performing
So I'm,
at
like,
the same
playing
time, bro.
records, talking about them, getting people like a little,
Yeah.
a little
Why you
synopsis,
made it and shit. And
about like why I made it and
dope.
stuff like that, and when I made it, and what I was going through at the time or what I was thinking about,
Yeah.
and then just give people that experience because
Yeah.
a lot of listening parties don't really talk about that. They just like play the song,
Right.
and you're like, cool.
Yeah.
There's no connection. You know what I mean? There's
Yeah.
no like, there's no theatrics.
Right,
You know what I
right,
mean?
yeah.
So like, I want to give like a theatrical feel.
Yeah.
To
I
the
feel
listening
like a lot of hip hop, R&B, pop, like they miss out on that.
Yeah.
But you know who does it really good that I always hear it, man? Country
Who?
music. You throw on the country music radio, they do that all the time.
Yeah.
They'll like have the artist actually talk about why they made the song, and then they'll play the
Yeah,
song
they
on the
do.
radio. Like, yeah. So I think that's a good lesson that we could take from
Yeah.
the countryside.
So,
for
yeah.
sure. Yeah.
Yeah, 'cause
Yeah.
I wanted to connect because I want people that come to the event to actually like connect
Yeah.
and have a good feeling and be able to like, follow me on the journey and just be like,
Right.
oh, I want to represent, I want to help him. Like what he's doing is really cool and
Right.
it's unique. So
Hell yeah.
Yeah, man.
That's dope. Yeah. What are your goals like for the future? I know for like DJing specifically, I know you got some goals for like production and stuff, but where do you see DJing fit into the future?
So in the future, I'm going to be playing like bigger stages. Just creating more remixes and creating songs that like fit that vibe.
Nice.
So like I said, for the party, I play songs that like the original version of the song and then like the remix of the song. So when I release a song, I'll have like 2 different versions of it.
Dope.
So I have the song for like the average consumer, and then I have a song that's for like the EDM listeners or the festival goers,
Yeah.
So stuff like that. Like
That's pretty dope.
Yeah. So I like.
So
doing
really
that.
like the remix DJ side of things.
Yeah. So
Nice.
basically, that's the goal, is just to be playing bigger shows, bigger festivals.
Yeah.
And remixes
With your own
remixes.
Man. Dope,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
Hell yeah. That's the goal. Yeah. How's like things changed like since you started, like as far as like technology wise and like the industry wise?
It's changed because it's not about like talent anymore. It's more of about like I guess how bad you want it. You know what I mean?
Word.
So like, cause you can still be talented, but that's only like 10% of the like process. You know what I mean? It's like 90% like work, content, marketing, all that stuff.
Yeah.
And I understand, because now everybody's like independent, so you have to be like your own machine.
Right.
Which is difficult, but it's not impossible. So I see like that's changed from that model has changed where you can just be singing on the street corner.
Yeah, and just be good.
Yeah, just be good. And someone's like, "Hey, you're good." And it don't work like that. So
Word.
I've seen that change from that. So, but like I'm here for it, and I used to like not want to do it because you know how artists are. We're always like, we want to be, I want to be like in the shadows. I don't want to be always got to post about myself and this and this and that.
I know a lot of artists. Yeah,
they don't want
like
that.
that. Yeah,
but
it's tough.
But you don't need to be gimmicky though. But you just need to show people that you're persistent, that you're persistent, consistent, and that you're headed in a direction. And then once people see the vision, they'll jump on the wagon.
That's dope advice.
So,
yeah. Because I feel like a lot of people overlook that. It's like, especially where nowadays anyone can just pick up and do it.
Yeah.
And, just throw a couple records together. It's like, are you gonna stick with it for the long haul? I guess that's what you're saying. Like, really separates people from
from everybody else, because a lot of people want it, but they don't want it. You know what I mean?
So, they want it when it's fun to do, but not when it's like tough to do. Yeah,
you gotta show up at 2:30.
On a Tuesday. For real, or just play like whatever the Kinsey songs or the kid songs, just because like that's you're gonna make the client happy or whatever.
You know what I mean? So
for real. Dope. Yeah. How about tech specifically? Like, where do you see like the future of tech? Like, there's a lot of things coming out, virtual reality. There's like, a lot of like stems, a lot of different technology. Where do you think DJing is going to go for the future in like 10 years, 20 years from now? How do you think controllers will look? What do you think the scene will look like?
I do think that the average like DJ that plays in a restaurant is not going to be no more like those kind of DJs, because obviously, like certain companies are finding ways, like big streaming companies are finding ways to use like AI to like blend their music together.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So those DJs are gonna go away, and that's why I said like AI is AI is good.
Yeah.
But the people that are not trying hard, they're gonna be left behind. The ones that are not trying to advance.
Yeah.
So, but I do see, but the clubs are still gonna be a thing.
Yeah.
Festivals will still be a thing. Because people need that like physical reaction, that physical connection. You know what I mean? So I don't think that's going anywhere. Music wise, I do think that there's going to be a lot of like songs that are just like carbon copies, because you just press a prompt and be like, make a trap beat, and then like they make a trap beat. But I do think people are going to lose. They're not going to like the real consumer is not going to like that. You know what I'm saying? Because it's going to be a shift of reality versus like artificial, know? So a lot of people are gonna like that feel of the reality, and of like feel real music.
It's gonna value it more.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, and then as far as like technology, like controllers, I mean, I don't care about the sync button. Like I use it, so I don't really think that's a bad thing. You know what I mean? Like
yeah. I mean, that's been around for a while now.
Yeah, it's like people like don't use the sync button. And I'm like, why? Like it's there.
Have you seen like the Newmark
which one?
Is it the Newmark? It's just a 2-channel tractor controller. No CDJs around. I think Laid Back Luke like is really starting to pioneer it. He's off his like cell phone and he just has like the little
the Native Instruments one.
I think it is. Yeah.
I've seen. I mean, That's funny because I used to use Tractor back in, like before I started using Serato, and I had one of those like just that board, and it was pretty cool, but it was hard to like nudge a song sometimes because you don't have anything. So other than that, it was pretty. If you're like synced up, and you click it right, it was fine.
Word.
But yeah, I don't think.
Do you feel like things would get smaller like that, or do you think things are gonna get bigger? People are gonna keep adding more, or
gonna be like both. It's gonna be a mixture of both. So you have like the bedroom DJ that's gonna be using some older stuff. Cause I don't think festivals are gonna be like, yeah, that's cool. Just bring your little tiny, the X1, whatever it's called. And bring that to Ultra, like nah,
Well, that's what Laid Back Luke is doing.
I think but it's cool because you can like put it in there though,
right?
That you can put it in the setup. You can have like your mixer,
right,
X1, CDJ.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you can control, multiple channels, or you can have two X1s and the mixer, and then two CDJs. Yeah. So you can control 4 channels if you're using Tractor.
Word. Yeah. So you got 4 decks anyway. Yeah.
So I think that like for that instance. Is cool. It works, but I don't see. But it also depends on like what you're using it for. So if you're DJing like your niece's quinceañera, or something like that, you don't really need a big old system. You know what I mean? You can just have that and be like boop.
Yeah. Like people aren't gonna know too much of the difference anyway.
Like, if you're DJing like a quick little barbecue or something like that, you don't want to bring.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I know. So, even though I do, it's like I have my Rev 1, and it's like I don't even want to bring it out to.
It's a lot to bring.
It's like I just bring my turntables because it's like I just have so much more fun, and I feel like it just brings more attention. So it's like there's that aspect, but also I know I'm coping, and I should probably just bring my Rev 1 to a lot of these more simple gigs, and I would probably be just as fine.
You have a better back.
Better bag, such a faster load in and load out, so much less stress. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
for real.
So, I think like because Pioneer's still doing a good job as far as like keeping it authentic in a sense. I do think eventually the CDJ, like if they come out with a 4000 whatever, it's gonna have like pads on it.
Oh,
how, like all the XDJs have like pads and everything.
I think they're gonna
put pads on the controller.
That would make sense. Yeah,
I think they're gonna. They might not do 8, but they might do like 4 or something like that. So
and still maybe keep the cue buttons at the top.
Because they have the like cue buttons on the top, but I feel like they're gonna have like actual like
because you can't really perform with the cue buttons as. I mean, I guess you could, but it's not.
It's not the same feel.
Yeah.
And they might include like a sampler in them too, maybe because they might have one because you have the sampler already, but it's like. I don't know. I mean, they might make it to where it's easier to, sample like straight from your USB,
right,
CDJ instead of bringing another unit.
Yeah.
So I think that'd be dope.
Yeah, for real. Yeah, because they have that whole other drum pad unit there.
SP something like that.
Yeah, which is pretty cool. I definitely would like to check out something like that.
That is dope.
Yeah.
So I was gonna like try to get one, but I was like,
I know for the money. I know maybe just do the Ableton and like a freaking MIDI controller.
So do the link controls.
Exactly. Because I mean, at the end of the day, I guess that's basically all it's doing is just looping stuff up.
It's the same thing. So
well, yeah. What's some of the best advice you maybe received in your career so far?
Best advice. Take. I don't know, like. Don't be so quick to like react to no, like you're gonna get a lot of no's, and don't be so quick to get upset when somebody tells you no.
Word.
And everybody has their own life, like their own agenda. Like not treat people, I guess, like they're a person, not treat them like a robot. Because you know how you get busy in this industry and you like there's no excuses. You know what I mean?
Right.
You gotta treat people like a person, you know what I mean? Like so don't I guess that's probably the best advice. Don't be patient with people and don't treat them like a robot. Basically. Yeah. So
that's dope. That's really unique. I like that. Yeah. Because I feel like some people are just so focused on just making their shit happen, and it's like
some people push. Because I'm a dad too. Like sometimes I'll be chilling with my son and I can't answer the phone right away. I can't give you an answer right away.
Yeah.
And some people expect that. They expect you to be like, you need to close the deal right now. Like, I can't right now because I'm doing something.
Right.
So, and I got to find myself, make sure I don't do that to people.
Right.
But, that. And just another one I got was, so I guess another one I got was basically just, basically stuff like keep pushing. You know what I mean? Like, keep pushing, keep being persistent.
Yeah.
You'll get there. It's not going to be easy, and you'll get there. But
yeah,
so that's like basic stuff too.
Nice. Yeah. No, for real. But it's basic, but it's it's said a lot for a reason. So yeah, definitely that's some solid stuff. Yeah.
I can tell you like bad advice I got too.
Oh yeah. What's that? Yeah.
Like you need a plan B. That's.
Oh yeah, word. Yeah. I know, especially with music, that's bad.
Yeah,
it's
that's a terrible advice that I've gotten. You need a plan B. I'm like, I'm not trying to do that. I ain't trying to hear that.
Right, for real. Yeah, especially like it's such a passionate thing, music. It's like when you're about it. It's like you got to just dedicate. Yeah, for real.
Because if you're always thinking about your plan B, your plan A is never going to succeed.
Right.
Yeah.
So, yeah, for real.
That's if you're focused. Like, I'm not saying people that have jobs and do music is a bad thing, but I mean, if you're supposed to be 100% committed to it and you're worried about like looking for jobs or worried about looking for whatever is going to be your fallback,
exactly.
That's what you're going to be doing. Not what your A is.
Yeah. Anytime you take away from A is less likely that you're going to succeed. For real. So, exactly. Yeah. So, it's hard for people, I feel like, to understand who don't have like that passion for music though, because it's like other fields. It's not the same. Like when someone just wants to be a plumber or even a doctor or whatever, it's like they don't approach it with the same passion as music. Like I feel like people who really stick with music, it's like something that they just have in them. It's more than just a choice. It's like something they have to do.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
It's like I don't see myself doing anything else.
Yeah,
I mean I do, but it's not now.
Right. Yeah.
Now it's music all day.
You got to get the music out. Yeah, I feel like we all have it inside of us, and we just have to get it out. Yeah, that's the goal. Good stuff, man. Yeah. What's been like one of the highlights of your career so far?
Right now, this event on Saturday.
Yeah, because of mad people showing up for you and stuff, and that's dope.
And just highlights is like when I'm done with sets and people just come up to me and say like I'm doing a good job. Right. That's pretty comforting. Makes you keep pushing. So, some days you don't want to show up. Yeah. And then when you do, you get like a good turnout or a good response. Right. And that keeps you motivated, keeps you going. And I've done like some festivals and like Curtis Hickson. I did the what's it called?
Oh, dope. The Riverwalk there?
Yeah, I did Tampa Bay Black Heritage Festival. I done that. Fire. That was pretty cool. Like maybe getting some cool placements, things like that. But most of my highlights just come from interactions with people that are like fans and interactions with good people.
Like seeing the connection.
Yeah, I like that. That's like more of a highlight to me than to be like, I got a Grammy. Like,
I mean,
that'd be cool. You know what I mean?
That would definitely be a highlight.
But just the interactions with people that genuinely care. Yeah, genuinely like good music and they like what you're doing. Word. And they support you. So I feel like that's kind of like my highlight.
That's what you work for.
Yeah.
Well, how about on the other side of things? Like, what's one of the biggest mistakes you ever made in front of a crowd, and how did you recover?
Oh man, this is funny because I had this controller before I had my new controller. My old controller was old, like maybe 8 years old, and I would be DJing, and this is at like a place. Shout out to Jekyll, right? I appreciate y'all letting me come back, but like I was at Jekyll one time, and music just cuts. Like my controller goes me, and on the sound system, like everything. So I was DJing a song, and it just cut off me.
Damn.
Like that. Loud beep. Beep.
No, with the beep too. That's even more obnoxious.
So everybody's like looking around like, what happened? Everybody's looking at me. And I'm like, dang. And so it would come back. And then it was like maybe like 30 seconds later, beep. And I was like, through like the whole night. I was like, man. So that's probably like the worst.
How did you recover from it? Like, what did you get on a microphone?
I just had to keep pushing. We don't talk in Jekyll. We just play music.
Oh, but like, you didn't even have the option for a microphone?
I mean, I could have talked, but it wouldn't even have worked because the controller. It was running because the controller was just like really old. And it was just getting out on me time by time.
Yeah.
So I had
because at least if you could tell people what's going on, then it's like it takes the pressure off a little bit. Like,
but like that's probably like one of the worst things that ever happened. Is just
at least you got through it though, man.
Yeah, I got a new controller now, and we're living it up. No more mistakes.
Dope.
Yeah, but I do like some like basic mistakes are kind of like if you have a track playing and you put it on the wrong deck.
That's a classic one. I know for everyone's done that.
Everybody does that.
Yeah, that's definitely a classic one. Command Z out of that. I've definitely done like that's my best friend.
Yeah. Like, whoopsies.
Yeah, for real. Well, yeah, I know you kind of already mentioned it, but like really quick, like for like just a quick summary, what are your thoughts on the sync button? Because I know that's a pretty controversial topic.
I think it's okay to use. Like if you're, say you're, mixing a track and the next track you're trying to, blend in is like maybe, the tempo is probably like 5, 6 beats, 10 BPMs away, and you're just trying to, and the song's almost over.
Right.
The one that you're playing, or it's getting to a part where you want to mix it in, and you don't have time to sit there and use the fader and be like,
Yeah.
you just press the sync button and it matches up. Boom.
Nice,
and then you just blend it in. It's not like I'm blending it in and then I'm like syncing it all together. It's just to get the tempo right. You know what I mean?
Right.
I don't think it's a bad thing. I think like if you're using it because you don't know how to DJ, then that's different.
Right.
But it's like the consumer doesn't really know. Like if you're doing a good job, the consumer doesn't really care. You know what I mean? So only people that have an issue with sync are DJs. Like
right.
And you're not DJing for DJs. You're DJing for people. The people on the stands in the stage or on the floor, they don't know what you're using. They don't know what you're doing.
Right.
As long as the music keeps going,
they're good.
Like that's like that. It's not about like the car. It's about the destination. You know.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. I like that. Yeah, for sure. How do you plan out your sets, or do you like to just freestyle in the moment, or?
Most of the time, I like freestyle. But if I'm doing like ultra, then I'm like, I'm gonna pick this song, this song, that song, this song. Like I obviously plan it because it's like
and
my
ultra, just so everyone knows, is what like.
Oh, it's a EDM music festival.
Okay, all right, wait.
Yeah, so that happens in Miami. I know they have one in like Tokyo.
Nice.
Or like EDC, stuff like that.
Yeah. So you would definitely plan out a set for something like that, a bigger festival, or
And sometimes when I go to like a venue, and I'll be driving to the venue, and in my head I'm like, okay, I might start off with this, and then I'll go to that. I'll start with this tempo, and I'll come here like that. So I'll do that, but
have a good like starting point.
Yeah, so I'll say, okay, what song am I gonna use, depending on like where I'm going. So I'll say, okay, I'll start at 100 BPMs because that's easy. Get the people dancing for a little bit.
Yeah,
and then I'll build up from there. But that's what I have to do for the most part. I just wing it.
Nice. How do you go about like reading the crowd and stuff like that? Do you have any like techniques or things that you try to look for, or?
Like head bobs. People like it's funny because like if it's like a small crowd and you're DJing and they're not really moving, and then when they're leaving, they're like, "Good job," and I'm like, "Huh?"
Yeah.
'Cause sometimes you can't tell because people are just doing whatever they're doing. Because I saw a post DJ Academics was talking about, and he was saying sometimes music is secondary. So and I saw that and I was like, okay, because sometimes people are just having conversations with their friends. And they can hear the music, but it's not like in their ear so loud that they're just started bobbing their head. And like, sometimes I look for like feet taps. I look for head bobs. I look for people that stare when I play a certain song.
I like that.
And then or like if there's kids around, see they're jumping up and down, like stuff like that. If I'm at a family function, I'll look to see what people are doing. Because you even like people that get in the kitchen or whatever, or behind the bar, see what the bartenders are doing. See what everybody's doing.
Nice.
So I'll look around and engage it like that.
I like that. So look for that movement. Look for maybe like the age ranges.
And look for people who's in the building. So when I first get there, I'll walk around and see who's in the building. And just kind of like scope. And everybody, as soon as you walk in, everybody knows you're the DJ. So you got everybody looking right at you.
Yeah.
So
for real,
I'm looking right at them. I'm like, hey, what's up? How you doing? Yeah, okay. Like, you're the DJ? I'm like, nah, I'm the astronaut.
Yeah. I'm the photographer. Yeah. For real,
DJ? Nah, I'm the bill collector.
Yeah.
The process server. You're being served.
So it starts right when you walk in.
Basically. Yeah.
Do you have any like gig superstitions, things that you like to do, or rituals, like anything pre-gig that you like to do to get yourself set up, or?
It depends on how far away the gig is. If it's like really far, I'll like have some greenery on the way.
Word.
But other than that, I don't really have a ritual. I just kind of make sure I have all my stuff, like a checklist.
Yeah.
Make sure I have like a checklist, like, okay, and usually I do it in my mind. I'm like, okay, I have my laptop, my hard drive. I have like all the cables I need.
Yep.
Make sure I have my controller because sometimes you'll drive off and make sure I have the power strip. Yeah. All that,
Yeah.
But I don't really have a ritual that I do. I know some people do certain things. You got a ritual?
Nah, not necessarily a ritual. I mean, I definitely like to make sure I've eaten, go through my checklist, like that type of stuff. I really like to make sure everything is clean around me too before I really start. Like I like to have my bags and stuff put away. Like I don't know. I guess that stuff. But yeah, not necessarily anything that I do for sure.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah.
well, I guess it's not a ritual, but I usually, you know, before I start like taking a shower and stuff, I'll have everything in the car already.
Nice.
So, you know what I mean?
I like
so
to
I
do
don't have
that
to
too.
worry
Yeah.
about like
Load up first and then go get ready to
get
go.
ready
Yeah.
and do whatever I gotta do. Because
Yeah.
sometimes I like to get ready like a couple hours before.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you can like, you know, touch the sky a little bit.
Yeah.
And then, but I don't even. I'll put everything in the car first because you know, you touch the sky, you'll be forgetting stuff.
Yeah.
So I don't want to forget anything. So I put everything in the car, and then I gotta do what I gotta do. You know, but
Dope.
yeah, that's usually what it is.
Awesome. Well, yeah, I guess we'll get into some more personal stuff here, and then we'll get into some out of the box stuff. So if you could listen to only one artist for the rest of time, who would it be?
Rest of time?
Just one artist, yeah,
Jeez
or
Louise.
group.
Huh? The rest of time. Rest of time. Woo. I guess top of my head. Rest of time. I think. Well. Dang. I guess Kanye West.
Kanye West, yeah, that's a solid choice.
Yeah.
So you got a big catalog too, a lot of versatility. Nice.
Like stuff he produced and his music.
Okay, all right,
so,
all right,
you know what I'm saying?
So
at least I got more stuff.
Word. That's smart. That's smart. If you could play any venue, anywhere, anytime, what venue would you play?
I would play,
and it's guaranteed to be packed out with a crowd and everything.
Yeah.
So just any venue.
Anywhere in the world, right? Any venue?
Absolutely anywhere, anytime.
Because I've seen some coolest places. I was thinking like Emily Arena.
Dope.
Yeah. Like
hell yeah.
Yeah. Like on the floor, like just bigging it up on the floor, like.
Yeah, the Tampa
like
State. Are you actually like Tampa native or?
Yeah, I wasn't born in Tampa.
Oh no, okay.
No. But I've been here for a long time.
Dope. Yeah. So basically, yeah.
Yeah, I was here when it was called St. Pete Times.
Oh wow, St. Pete Times Arena.
Yeah, that's how St. Pete
wow.
Times formed.
That's definitely before me.
Yeah, that's how long I've been here. Tampa Bay Times. Was it St. Pete Times?
Maybe Tampa
Bay
Times.
Yeah. But it was when the newspaper had all the money.
Yeah, that'd be dope. The whole stadium packed.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
So you know what I mean.
Well, yeah, I was definitely doing a little research. I seen one of your oldest uploads I could find was from about 12 years ago. You did a remix of Pass That Dutchie. So why Pass That Dutchie? Is that a special song for you, or was it just catch your ear at the time? Or
yeah, it was like it was like a song that caught my ear, and I was like, this is a really dope track. So I just wanted to remix it and play it, and it got some love on SoundCloud. I was surprised.
Yeah.
Like when I first made it didn't really get that much love, but over time, it started. I mean, not saying it got like millions of views, but it was a lot of people started.
You kept it up for a reason. 12 years later, it was definitely a dope little remix. Yeah,
enjoying it, and I was like, okay,
for something done in 2012 by now, bro. That's dope, man.
So
yeah,
I've been
for
making
real.
music for a while, bro. So
yeah. I know that's the oldest one. I'm sure there's older ones, but yeah, that's all I could find when I was taking a look.
Yeah, about to call you Nardwar.
Yeah, nah. One day I'll be on that level, but
man. Like, how did you
for
know
real.
About that?
So upstairs, I threw you a curveball with the "What You Would Do for Love" song. Dope transition. You like remixed it. Just really quick, talk me through like how did you end up matching it up with that song, and what was your thought process of mashing those together?
So yeah, when you threw me the curveball, I was like, okay, let me see when I could fit it in, right? And then when I got to like a house track that had enough. Like not enough of the tracks for me to be like, okay, let me do this now, because I was thinking about that too. I was like, okay, I got a house track now with not that many words in it. Okay,
nice.
I can throw it in now, and then I just synced it.
Yeah. Which is a perfect use of the sync. Because it's like it was like probably
tempo.
20 BPM difference at least.
Yeah, it was. So it kind of pushed it down a little bit to match the tempo of the other track.
Nice.
And then I was like, cool, because I'm not gonna sit here and calculate the math in my head. Like I'm good. Like I'm not.
Yeah.
And then sometimes the controller won't reach all the way down. So
exactly.
The what do you call it? The
tempo slider.
There you go. Tempo slider won't go all the way to 60. If I'm at like 90, it might, and I'm at 60. So
go that far,
the sync will though.
Yeah, exactly.
So I synced it, and then I just kind of like threw it in there, and kind of I turned down the bass a little bit. I didn't use really stems.
You didn't even use stems. No,
I turned down the bass, turned on the high, and kind of kept the mid range there a little bit.
Oh wow, fire!
Yeah, and I just let it go.
Yeah, because the melody was definitely coming through really nice, and and the vocal was definitely on point. Yeah. Dope, man.
Yeah,
Dope. That's cool that you didn't even think of using stems. Yeah, just the EQ. The EQs,
Yeah.
I mean, that's why it's like tried and true EQ
Yeah,
mixing.
you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
for real.
So, yeah. Because there's
Dope.
no stems on record box.
Oh,
Or,
yeah.
like if you're using like CDJs, you can't
Right.
use stems in there. You just
Yeah,
gotta
stems is, I mean, that's my
make it
favorite
work.
thing,
Well, I
man.
mean, you
Yeah.
can use it with your laptop, but
Right. Yeah. Well, yeah. If you could instantly master any skill or talent outside of DJing, what would it be? Or outside of music, period.
outside of music,
Yeah.
I would say like game design.
Game design? Dope.
Yeah. I like that. I like game
Awesome.
design. So I would love to like make video games and because I was like, yeah, I want to do the music behind it, but I was like, I would like to do the whole thing and make the game,
Word.
make the music, do
Yeah.
everything, put it all together. You know what
Yeah.
I mean?
Yeah. It's
Or
really
like,
in depth. Yeah, you can go
like
crazy with a game. Yeah, for
coding,
real.
game design, things like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was
dope.
really interested in it, but I was like, music is cooler.
Yeah.
So I
yeah.
like that.
Yeah, and it's like if that's what's calling you too, man. I definitely
Yeah,
was
it
into
did.
computers a lot earlier,
Yeah.
and got into the HTML and all, like,
Yeah,
a little bit
yeah.
of the basic programming, but yeah. It's you got to have a passion for whatever you do.
Yeah,
So
yeah. I didn't have a passion for that.
Yeah.
I was just like, I don't want to do this anymore.
Yeah, for real.
Sitting on the screen, just clickety.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that. You know what I mean? If
Nah.
you like it, that's you. But I didn't.
You got to really like the outcome. You know what I mean? Just like with
Yeah.
DJing, it's like you build in the playlist, all the
Yeah.
tedious stuff that you do, but like you really got to love just the final playing for the crowd. Like same thing, I guess, with game design is like once that game is out, it's like, and they're playing it and people are enjoying it. I'm sure they,
You
it drives
satisfied.
that passion
Yeah.
too, so.
For sure.
But so what's maybe the most bizarre conspiracy theory you've ever heard, and do you think there's any truth to it?
Like we're in a simulation. It's not bizarre, but it's something I hear a lot. Like I don't know if we're in a simulation, but I know that we have the power to control like what we do. You know what I mean? I feel like my bad. I feel like that like we have the power to do that. So in a sense, it's kind of like a simulation. Like, but I don't think we have. We should be. We don't. I don't think we're like relying on somebody else to help us. I think we should be relying on ourselves to push ourselves. You know what I mean? Because we've been taught for so long to be like, "Come help me." That's why a lot of people don't pursue what they need to do. That's why we got so many like workers, instead of like leaders and stuff. But I do think that, or like aliens, like I do think there's aliens, but I don't think they're the way we think they are, like the way they present it to us with like green eyes and on a big green with the black eyes and all that.
Yeah.
It's not.
It's not
exactly. That's not like that. I feel like it's like humanoids or something like that. Like I follow this dude named Billy Carson, and he talks about like
you know what
I'm talking about.
Yeah.
He talks about the Anunnaki.
Okay,
and I was like, oh snap! Like when he started talking about it, I was like, okay, I can kind of maybe.
It makes sense. Yeah, it's crazy. The ancient alien type stuff.
And I was like, wow, that's crazy, And I was like, maybe, but I mean, maybe in our time we'll see something spectacular.
Right.
But I do know that they're gonna try to use that because a lot of people are like leaning towards that like those theories of like extraterrestrial beings coming and I think that obviously the government is like the blue beam, what's called Blue Beam Project.
I'm not sure.
It's basically, I know, right? They're gonna be like, this podcast is over.
I know, right? We're gonna get flagged. Yeah.
No, but there's like they're supposed to say that they're gonna pretend that aliens are destroying the planet, and they're gonna make everybody try to come together and worship like the same thing, and have like the control of everybody.
Oh wow!
So they're gonna try to scare us into believing that they're gonna save us.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? So they're gonna like people are gonna like.
That's a crazy conspiracy,
right?
bro. Damn.
It's like they're gonna start throwing like earthquakes and tsunamis and like stuff like that and like bombs, but like fires and everything and like explosions, all types of stuff. They're gonna say the aliens are attacking us, and it's not them. It's like the governments are coming together to have a control over the population.
Damn.
And I was like, that's Project Bluebeam. So I was just like, maybe. But I was like, but I feel like with the information, people are gonna be able to either see it and say that's stupid,
right?
Or they'll just fall for it, So
I know it's tough nowadays with all the information overload everywhere. It's hard to know what to believe. So it's like they use that to their advantage, I guess.
Mm-hmm. But I did see the president-elect say something about he was gonna like get rid of the misinformation. Yeah, I saw that. He said he's going to get rid of misinformation, and he's going to make sure the freedom of speech is like a real thing. And if you say something that people don't like, they can't deactivate your account.
Yeah,
like, the companies can't do that anymore. They have to give you a warning and tell you like, hey, and they have to have like a legitimate reason of why.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like if it's talking about like murder and stuff, yeah, that's different. But if you're just freedom of speech, saying stuff, they can't come up to you and be like, don't say that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. But other than that, that's
like, for real.
So I was like, when he said that, I was like, oh, okay. Right,
I know everyone loves freedom of speech for sure. Yeah, it's
so,
like
because we think we have it, but we don't. You know? So it's because there's a lot of people on Instagram that were on Instagram that their accounts are not deactivated because they was talking about whatever was going on in the Middle East or what was happening here in like 2019, 2020, 2018. And when they start talking about it, the higher ups are like, nah. You know what I mean? Like, because obviously they want to keep us
not
separated.
On our platform. They
want to keep us divided. So the only way to keep you divided is silencing the people that are trying to unite.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
and just amplifying the differences.
Yeah. You know what I mean? So and that's hopefully we come together in these next couple of years.
Dope, man. Yeah. Damn, I didn't know you were such into all these theories, bro. That's good. That's what's up. Bro.
Yeah. I'm in there.
Awesome. Well, yeah, I think that's enough deep talk for now. We'll go into what's called the pop off right now. So I'm gonna just like list one or two things, and for you to either pick out of, or just like a yes or no question. Okay. All right, and we're just gonna fire through them, and then we'll get into our last question here. So, Pioneer versus Rain.
Pioneer.
Controller or CDJ/turntable.
CDJs.
Texting or calling.
Oh man, it depends.
All right, spicy food or not spicy food?
Spicy.
Does pineapple go on pizza?
Dang. Yeah, I had it before, so yeah.
All right. Yeah. That one really got you.
I had it before, yeah.
Indoor events or outdoor events?
I like outdoor stuff.
Nice.
Yeah.
Blue cheese or ranch?
Neither.
Word. Yeah. Home cooked meal or takeout?
Home cooked. Yeah.
Ferrari or Lamborghini?
Damn, Lamborghini.
Yeah, all right. Lamborghini. PlayStation or Xbox?
PlayStation.
All right, word. Good stuff. All right. So yeah, last one for you. What kind of legacy do you hope to leave behind, and how do you plan to achieve that?
Legacy that I that gave my best, and generational wealth. That's probably one. Yeah, and generational wealth is a legacy I want to leave, and I am going to leave that. Just how do I plan to do that? Is basically accumulating wealth, right?
Word. Yeah.
And then just showing, showing my community, my family, how to, like keep creating trusts and and kind of like using that trust as like a bank, as like all the other big families done.
Yeah.
So I want to do something like that, generational wealth. That's my legacy, just to keep my family good after I'm out of here.
That's really noble, honestly. Yeah, because like most people just be like, oh, just get rich or whatever, but it's like you're getting rich for a reason. It's for your whole family and stuff. You know what I mean?
I could be like 25 Grammys.
Right. Yeah, something real personal.
Like, it matters, but it doesn't matter.
Like just as long as your family's straight.
That's what I want.
Dope.
Generational wealth.
Yeah, and then so get the money and then make it work for you. Yeah, that's key. Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Dope,
so
man.
that's the legacy I want to leave, and basically just showing people that it's cool to be you. Like it's cool to be you, because a lot of people are not trying to be themselves. A lot of people are trying to be something else.
Yeah, whatever they see is successful, they want to copy that trend.
So it's cool to be yourself, and generational wealth.
Dope,
bars.
Man. Yeah,
that
bars. I like that. I like that a lot, for real. Well, yeah, man, that's about it. Yeah, I mean, really appreciate you coming on the show. Where can people check you out and stuff? All
right, so NilleGreen.com. That's where you can go for everything: music, events, beats, all that. And then Instagram is Nilla Green, Nilla Green. Everything else, same thing. TikTok, Facebook. What else you got? Twitter, Threads.
You know what I mean? Like, you got your website up too, I see, right? Is it NilleGreen.com?
Yeah, man, website. NilleGreen.com is the website.
Yep.
So everything Nilla Green. Awesome. Basically, merch, all that.
Awesome. And if you didn't already come here from the mix, definitely go check out the mix that Nilla Green put down right before this podcast. Check out some of the mixes and the curveball that I threw him. See how he handled that. And, we appreciate y'all watching. Definitely stay tuned for the next one. Subscribe for the next one. Leave us a comment if there's anything that you liked or want to give us feedback on. Let us know. And we appreciate y'all. We'll see you on the next one.
Hey.
Later.